Hello everyone, Brianne here of Cookie and Bees, and this is our next episode of The Running Stitch. I don't have that much to share today, so this will probably be a pretty quick episode. First, I shared, I think in my first vodcast, all my current projects. This was a project that I started back in September, and it kind of got put on hold with everything else that I needed to do by the end of the year. And then I had every intention of actually getting it finished this month. And to be honest, I didn't make any progress, not for any particular reason, but I just stopped liking, I like the pattern. Absolutely love the pattern. And it's called Vian by Andy Satterlund, I think is how you pronounce her last name. It's a very cute, kind of a cropped retro looking cardigan. And I had knit, this is the top portion of the back, and it knits up really fast because it's knit with DK. This yarn is from Yarnable, and it was the September colorway called New England, I believe. And it was knitting up really fast. I had started knitting the front a little bit, and it really stretches. Love the pattern. It's super simple, knits up really fast. I love the yarn. But I think maybe because I had to put it on hold for so long, I just kind of lost it. And I struggle with having a project sitting there waiting for me to pick it back up, because I'm going to be honest, I wasn't picking it back up, and I don't know why. I definitely want to knit the pattern, and I, love the yarn, so I want to use the yarn, but just, I don't know. And so I don't know what happened here. So I actually have quite a bit of this DK yarn. I'm gonna have 4 skeins total. So I think I'm actually going to make a sweater with it. I haven't quite decided what that sweater is going to be. Oh, I realized my collar is there we go. I don't know what sweater pattern that's going to be or what I'm going to knit with it, but it's not going to be this. So I'm actually going to rip all of this out right now, which is kind of sad, really sad. I think part of the reason also is that I think I started knitting this one size too small. I really think I needed to go up a size, and that was probably honestly my main concern, because as stretchy as this is, since it's lace, I just feel like it's not big enough. I really needed to do one size larger, and I can't make myself continue thinking, oh, I'm just gonna block it bigger, when I really don't think it's gonna work out, which is so sad, because I mean, my knitting was perfect. It's beautiful. But I'm really, really concerned that it's too small, and what I don't want it to do, I don't want it to be so tight that it's not fun to wear, or I can only wear it with, a super fitted shirt or something like that. So I think it's probably better off, because I was trying to hold it up and see, oh yeah, this is definitely gonna work, or this is not gonna work. And maybe it would, but it would be snug. It would be. So I think it's time just to let that one go, and maybe I will knit the same thing again, just a size bigger. So that is a project that is no longer a whip. My current whip that I am loving, I am making. It's called Unabridged by Alicia, is her last name Plummer? Oh goodness. She also, several years ago, her pattern called Ease was really, really popular. But basically, it's a sweater vest. And you can find it on Ravelry. I'll also put the link below. I love sweater vests to wear over button downs. And I am using, once again, a Yarnable yarn. And from January, which was called Sugar Plum. Let me take it out of my Kate Koozie. So this is what the yarn looks like. And I have 2 skeins. It's only a 2 skeener, and so I'm alternating the skeins because whenever I wound them up, one looks slightly more purpley than the other. Not a whole lot, but enough where I was concerned. And plus, it's always a good idea if you have multiple skeins, even if they're from the same batch, to go ahead and alternate those so that you don't end up with something super different. So this is a bottom-up sweater. It's a bottom-up sweater vest. So I cast on, I had a hard time deciding what size. So the smallest has a finished bust of 34 inches, and the next size up has a finished bust of 36 inches. So I actually ended up going with the 36-inch bust because her picture is shown with 2 inches of positive ease. So that's why I went with 36 inches. Plus, your sweater vest you're typically wearing over your shirt too, so it kind of needs to be a little bit bigger. And I didn't want it to be like super skin tight. So I went with a 36-inch bust based on that. And then so you start knitting bottom up. So you do about an inch of, you're supposed to do 1 by 1 rib, and I prefer 2 by 2. So luckily, with the number of stitches I needed to cast on, that was divisible by 4. So I actually ended up doing a 2 by 2 rib. And in the pattern, the pattern is actually, she calls it polka dot, but you knit a couple of stitches and then do a purl stitch. And then in a couple of rows, you kind of switch those around. So then you have these purl polka dots. And I am such a classic person. I didn't want the polka dot, so I'm just doing straight up stockinette all the way. So for this size, you knit for about 15.5 inches or so until then, whenever you start separating stitches and casting off for your arm side, and then to do the yoke on the front and back. Going really fast since it's stockinette. However, it's size US 5, and I have, I think, 200 and some odd, 216 stitches. So it's not like on US 5, so it's not like it's knitting, it's fast. It's definitely fast, but I probably only get maybe an hour or 2 every day to knit, so it's not like it's gonna be done tomorrow. And I haven't even measured this. I'm probably what, 8 or 9 inches in. So it's going by fast, and I'm super excited. Actually went out and bought a new button-up shirt to wear with it. I bought a chambray color button-up shirt, and I think it's gonna look really, really good. So you can see the colors, and it's going to be nice. So I'm very excited to get that one finished. Oh, and something I bought recently, and I'll put a link to this as well. This perfect little stitch marker of, well, what the whole world is calling Baby Yoda. I don't know if anyone really looked at the news, but Jon Favreau, the person who is writing The Mandalorian, came out and said it's not Baby Yoda. But, you know, we don't know what to call it. The episode, it always, you know, they refer to him as the child. But that's just not near as fun to say as a Baby Yoda. And I think everyone understands it's not an actual Baby Yoda, but it's a baby version of Yoda. Anyway, so let's get back to the stitch marker. This is a very, very talented lady, and if I remember correctly, she lives in Peru, and I found her on Etsy. Her shop is called Just Enough Crafts, all one word, but I'm going to link it below. She has the most amazing polymer stitch markers I have ever seen. Truly very, very talented. And I'm sure you've also noticed that Disney is really attacking everyone who is selling Mandalorian or Baby Yoda things and calling it that. So she does not actually have this listed in her shop, but a little bit of insider info, you can request one as a custom listing. And if you're in the United States, I want to say from the time I purchased it, it only took her a couple, she makes everything from when it's ordered. So it's not ready-made. And so it only took her a couple of days before I got the shipping notification. And then from Peru, and then I'm in California, it was not that long, 2.5 weeks for me to get it from the time it was shipped to me. So it wasn't that bad, and absolutely worth the wait, worth everything. And I will say her prices are incredibly reasonable. And I am very upset with myself that I did not get more of her stitch markers. She also, whatever she offers, she will do as earrings as well. So some Baby Yoda earrings would have been really cute. I'm gonna link it below, so definitely check her out. Started following on Instagram because I'm just so impressed with her skills. Quite amazing. He's so cute. He makes me happy. And that's really kind of all I have. Like I said, I don't have that much to talk about because I'm still working. What's up with my collar? I need to iron that. I'm still working really hard on getting the wholesale order done for the 100 cake koozies that, whoa, I just lost it. Monarch Knitting will have at Stitches West. I should be done in about 5 days. And then I can get back to working on my shop. I do have a couple of new things in the shop, some one-off cake koozies. And then I also have some it's Valentine-esque, but not super. I think these are really cute. Some lip fabric in the shop. So I have the small project bags. It has hearts on the inside. I have several of those available. I have the small drawstring bags. I have a couple of these in the shop, and then I have the cake koozies to match as well. So this is unfortunately the only new thing I've had in the shop in a while because I've been working on the wholesale orders. It's totally fine. Totally fine. So I'm going to rehydrate. That's really all I have. So thanks for watching, and hopefully next week, I know I've been trying to do these around every 7 to 10 days. So hopefully on the next one I have a finished project to show. I have something a little bit more exciting. So I will talk to you later. Have a wonderful week and happy crafting.